just shoot. Just shoot. Just shoot yourself randomly. Just shoot, 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 shoot. And hi, everybody. My name is Anthony Michael Mwami, and I'm a digital content creator at AfroMillennial. And just thought we'd start a segment called KkoKreate that, gives you a chance to ask us any questions that you might have about content creation, and then I can see how I can chip in if I have any answers, if I have any recommendations to share, if I have any learnings and experiences from my own work that I could share with you that could help you to sort of answer your content needs. So Adriel from WhatsApp says, so I have the camera ring light and I have a Samsung S20. How best can I start creating with what I have at hand? My honest opinion is ring light or no ring light, as long as you have a smartphone with a camera or a camera phone in your hand, you are basically good to go. It's less about the tools in your hand and more about your story, your content. First things first, I would advise you to fully understand your story, what you want to say to your audiences. Have you taken a moment to understand who your audience is demographically? Where do they come from? Are you trying to speak to Kampala, people in the metropolitan, or are you trying to speak to Uganda overall? Or would you like to tell your story to the entire world? So now this dictates things like what languages will you use to contextualize it. Understand your audience in terms of their media consumption. What social media channels are they on? Are they more YouTube people? Are they more social media people? And this will dictate, where you place your content, which in turn now dictates the formats in which you shoot your content. They sort of decide whether you'd like to shoot your content vertically or where you'd like to shoot your content vertically or horizontally, right? So go delve deep into understanding your story before you start shooting. After you have fully understood your story, the next thing that you want to do is to plan your content. Do content planning. Now, content planning involves scheduling when you'll be shooting your content. It involves, briefly knowing what your content is going to say, what you'll be shooting about, how long your content will be, what do you need to be able to shoot that content, where will you distribute your content, and when will you distribute your content. When you have a content plan in place, you are a bit more confident in telling your story than you would be if you just went straight to the front of your smartphone without a plan in mind. Now, the third one is just shoot. Just shoot. And when I say just shoot, usually people are like, so like take selfies and just like shoot random content. I mean exactly that. So usually what happens is creatives want to tell their story, yes, but because we are very passionate about the things that we do, we take creating that content a little too seriously. Have you ever shot content? I don't know if you've attempted before, Adria, but have you ever shot content and just watched it and been like, yeah, I feel very plastic? So that's because you took it a little bit too seriously. And what would help with that is just shoot yourself randomly. Shoot yourself in fun moments. I like to shoot myself dancing and just like having a goofy time with my friends. Just shoot. And along the way, as you keep shooting, embed your story in there. This will help you to have more ease with recording yourself in front of the camera and with listening to yourself. Personally, I'm a podcaster, and for a very long time, I struggled with listening to my own voice. I just couldn't fathom the fact that my voice sounded like that on camera. It sounded so different from how I feel I sound in person. When you keep doing it over and over again, eventually you'll get used to it, and by the time you start telling your story, it comes naturally to you. The very last piece of advice I'd give to you is to breathe. In between your clauses or in between your paragraphs, let's say you have 4 or 5 bits of content that you'd like to shoot and tell us about. Could you take moments to breathe? Even reflect on what you just shot, decide if you need to shoot it again. How you're feeling about it communicates on camera as well. Like, we can see it. We can see who's being nervous. We can see who's stressed out. We can see who's being ingenuine with their story. So just take deep breaths, laugh it off, have a good time, you know, it's your story, it's nobody else's. Have more jokes than I had in this video because I didn't have that many jokes. So yeah, that's that. And if you have any other questions, if you'd like any further clarifications around these things, just reach out to me on Calendly. There's a link for you to book in a session. We can have conversations around these things. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care.